There's a part of success no one talks about because it doesn't sound impressive, it doesn't look exciting, and it definitely doesn't feel motivating. It's boring, repetitive, unremarkable, and most people avoid it. Not because it's hard, but because it doesn't feel meaningful in the moment. We've been taught to associate progress with intensity, big moves, big changes, big breakthroughs, but real progress, it's usually invisible. It looks like doing the same thing again and again and again, with no immediate reward, no applause, no clear sign that it's working. And that's exactly why most people quit. Because the mind craves novelty, it wants stimulation, it wants quick results, it wants proof that effort is paying off. But the most important work in your life will often deny you that, at least in the beginning. Think about anything meaningful you've ever built: a skill, a habit, a relationship. It didn't grow from one intense moment, it grew from repeated, often boring actions over time. And here's the uncomfortable truth: if you can't handle the boredom, you can't handle the growth, because mastery lives on the other side of repetition. Not excitement, repetition. Doing the work when it feels ordinary, showing up when it feels pointless, continuing when there's no visible progress. That's where the shift happens. Not externally, but internally. Because every time you show up in those quiet moments, you're building something deeper than results. You're building endurance, focus, trust in your own consistency, and those things compound, slowly, almost invisibly, until one day, what once felt difficult becomes automatic. What once felt forced becomes natural, and what once felt boring becomes part of who you are. But most people never reach that point because they keep chasing intensity. They start strong, they burn bright, and then they disappear, over and over again, not realizing that the real advantage isn't talent, it isn't motivation, it's the ability to stay, to remain, to continue when nothing about the process feels exciting. So if you feel like your progress is slow, good. That probably means you're doing it right, because fast progress is often fragile, but slow, consistent progress, that's stable, that lasts, that becomes part of you. For the next 7 days, I want you to choose one task you've been avoiding because it feels boring, something important, but easy to ignore, and I want you to do it every day, at the same time if possible. No variation, no optimization, no trying to make it exciting, just repetition. And while you're doing it, pay attention to your mind. Notice how it resists, how it looks for distraction, how it tries to convince you this doesn't matter, and then do it anyway. Because this isn't just about the task, it's about training yourself to stay even when things feel ordinary. Next episode, we're going to step outside your mind and look at something you might be underestimating: your environment. Because sometimes the problem isn't you, it's what's around you.